Over 70? This is why you're losing strength fast and how to stop it. Have you ever noticed that one day you're carrying groceries without thinking twice, and the next, even lifting a jug of milk feels like a strain? Maybe it's climbing the stairs that suddenly leaves you short of breath, or standing up from the couch that takes more effort than it used to. It's not dramatic at first, just small shifts. A little more effort here, a bit more fatigue there. But over time, those small changes can snowball into something bigger. If that sounds familiar, you are definitely not alone. And I want you to know there's nothing wrong with you. This happens to many of us after 70. But here's the good news. Losing strength isn't just a natural part of aging. In many cases, it's something we can slow down or even reverse with just a few practical changes. And that's what we're going to talk about today. Because the truth is, physical strength isn't just about lifting heavy things or doing push-ups. It's about independence. It's about walking confidently, reaching for the top shelf without fear, getting out of bed without needing help. Strength is freedom, and we don't want to give that up just because we've hit a certain number on the calendar. In this video, we're going to talk about why seniors lose strength so quickly, and more importantly, 4 powerful things you can start doing right now to stay strong, mobile, and independent, no matter your age. So let's dive right in. Let's start with something you might not expect, the danger of doing too little. Now, I know what you're thinking, but I move around. I do the laundry, I clean the house, I take short walks. And that's wonderful, truly. Every bit of movement counts. But here's the challenge. As we age, the body needs a little more encouragement to hold on to muscle. What used to be enough physical activity at 50 just doesn't cut it at 70, though. See, after the age of 30, we start to lose a small percentage of muscle every decade. And after 70, that decline picks up speed, unless we do something to stop it. And I'm not talking about running marathons or lifting weights like a bodybuilder. I mean targeted, simple movements that tell your muscles, hey, I still need you. Think of it like watering a plant. If you stop watering it, even for a short while, it starts to wilt. Your muscles are the same way. So one of the most important things you can do is move with purpose every day. And no, it doesn't need to be fancy or complicated. It could be something as simple as standing up from your chair and sitting back down 10 times in a row, or holding onto the kitchen counter and doing a few gentle calf raises. The key is to challenge your muscles, just enough that they stay awake and alert, just enough to keep the strength you already have, and even build more. And if you're wondering whether that kind of movement really makes a difference, let me tell you a story. My neighbor Carol is 78. A few years ago, she started feeling weaker, more tired, and a bit unsure on her feet. Her doctor told her to stay active, but that advice felt vague. So she started doing 5 minutes of strength-focused movements every morning. Squats to a chair, arm lifts with soup cans, slow steps sideways along the hallway. It didn't seem like much at first, but after a few weeks, she could carry more groceries. After a few months, she walked with more confidence. Today, she's not just stronger, she's proud of it. Now, there's something else that sneaks up on us, often without us realizing. Muscle is lost even faster when we stop using it during recovery. Maybe you had surgery, or the flu, or a fall, and suddenly you're sitting or lying down more than usual. It might just be for a few days or a couple of weeks, but the body takes that as a signal to hit pause on muscle maintenance. It's like it says, oh, we're not using these anymore? Okay, let's pack them up. And that can lead to rapid strength loss. That's why it's so important to stay gently active, even during recovery. Of course, listen to your doctor and don't push through pain. But if you're able to wiggle your feet, stretch your arms, or walk across the room, do it. Little movements can make a big difference in how quickly you bounce back. But movement is just one side of the coin. Let's talk about something that's often overlooked, yet just as important, what you're eating. See, your muscles aren't built just by moving. They're built with the materials you give them. And that material is protein. Now, here's the tricky part. As we get older, our bodies don't process protein as efficiently. That means we actually need more protein, not less, to keep our muscles strong. But many seniors unintentionally eat less protein than they should. Maybe your appetite's not the same. Maybe you're trying to eat lighter. Or maybe you just don't feel like cooking a full meal every day. Totally understandable. But if we're not giving our muscles what they need, we're making it harder to stay strong. So what can you do? You don't need to overhaul your entire diet overnight. Just start small. Maybe you add a boiled egg to your breakfast, or a scoop of Greek yogurt with some fruit, or a bit of tuna or chicken with your salad. Even a handful of nuts or a piece of cheese in the afternoon can make a difference. The goal is to spread protein throughout the day, not just one big meal. That helps your muscles get a steady supply of what they need to grow and repair. You don't have to eat like an athlete, but you can eat in a way that supports the strength you want to keep. And when you combine good food with gentle, intentional movement, it's like giving your body the perfect recipe for aging well. Now, I know some of this might feel like a lot to take in, but remember, it's not about doing everything perfectly. It's about doing something. Because every step you take, every time you choose to move, stretch, or fuel your body well, is a step towards staying independent, toward feeling more like you again. The strong, capable version of you that still lives inside, even if things feel a little different these days. Let's keep that momentum going. So we've talked about the importance of moving with purpose and giving your muscles the right fuel. But there's something else that plays a huge role in maintaining strength after 70, and it often goes unnoticed. Let me ask you this. Have you ever gone a full day without really standing up straight or stretching your body fully? Maybe you spent more time sitting or curled up on the couch or even leaning over a countertop while cooking or cleaning. It happens to all of us, but over time, those habits can create something called muscle shortening and postural weakening, and that quietly chips away at your strength and balance. You might not even notice it at first, but one day you go to reach for something high up and your shoulder feels stiff, or you try to get out of a car and your hip feels tight. It's not because your body is failing you. It's because the muscles haven't been stretched or moved in their full range for too long. This is why mobility and balance exercises are a game changer as we age. Mobility means keeping your joints moving well, your shoulders, your hips, your knees, your ankles. Balance, of course, is what keeps us upright and prevents those scary falls. And together, they're like the secret sauce that keeps everything working smoothly. Take your ankles, for example. Most people don't think twice about them, but strong, flexible ankles are what keep you steady when you step off a curb or walk on uneven ground. And if you've ever had that moment where you feel like you might tip over just putting on socks, yep, that's a balance issue. But you can train it. You can improve it. Even something as simple as standing on one foot while brushing your teeth or doing slow heel-to-toe walks along the hallway like you're on a balance beam, those movements send powerful signals to your brain and muscles. We still need this skill, and the body, amazing as it is, responds. I once met a gentleman named Harold. He was 82, and after a mild stroke, his doctor suggested he try some basic balance training to help him walk with more confidence. Every morning, Harold stood behind his recliner and did a few minutes of side steps, gentle knee lifts, and stretches. Nothing intense, but just enough to wake up those underused muscles and retrain his coordination. 6 months later, he didn't just walk better, he danced at his granddaughter's wedding. That's the thing, the body doesn't stop responding just because we're older. It just needs a bit more patience, a bit more encouragement. Now let's talk about something that might surprise you. How your breathing affects your strength. Yes, breathing. You'd think it's automatic, and it is. But many of us, especially as we get older, start taking shallower breaths without even realizing it. And that affects everything. Because when your breathing is shallow, you get less oxygen to your muscles. Less oxygen means less endurance, less power, and, over time, more fatigue. The good news? You can train your breathing just like a muscle. Start by simply noticing your breath. Are you breathing into your chest or into your belly? A great way to check is to put one hand on your stomach and one on your chest. As you breathe in, the hand on your stomach should rise more than the one on your chest. That's called diaphragmatic breathing, and it helps bring more oxygen into the body. Doing this kind of deep breathing just 5 minutes a day can improve how well your body moves, heals, and stays energized. And here's the bonus. Deep breathing also reduces stress, which means less tension in your muscles and better sleep at night. And speaking of sleep, we need to talk about rest and recovery because they are just as essential to staying strong as movement is. I know when you think of staying strong, resting might sound like the opposite of what you should be doing. But here's the thing, your muscles don't get stronger while you're working out. They get stronger while you rest and recover from working out. It's during that time your body repairs and rebuilds itself. But a lot of older adults don't get the kind of deep, restorative sleep they need. Maybe it's aches and pains keeping you up. Maybe it's frequent bathroom trips. Or maybe your sleep just isn't as deep as it once was. Whatever the reason, when we don't sleep well, our bodies struggle to keep up with basic maintenance, let alone build strength. So what can you do? Start by creating a calming evening routine. Turn off bright lights and screens about an hour before bed. Sip a warm drink like chamomile tea. Do a few light stretches. And most importantly, go to bed and wake up at the same time every day. Even on weekends, it helps reset your body's internal clock and supports deeper sleep. If pain is a problem, don't just push through it. Talk to your doctor about strategies to sleep more comfortably, whether that's a better pillow, a supportive mattress, or gentle pain relief before bed. Because when you sleep well, everything else gets easier. Your body feels stronger, your mind feels clearer, and you wake up with a little more pep in your step. Let me say this loud and clear. You are not too old to get stronger. I've seen 90-year-olds build strength. I've seen people bounce back from serious health challenges because they believed it wasn't too late to take back control of their bodies. You don't need a gym membership. You don't need fancy equipment. All you need is a little consistency and a little belief in yourself. And if no one else has told you this lately, I believe in you. I really do. Because even watching this video, even thinking about your strength and independence means you haven't given up. You still care. You're still trying. And that's everything. Let's keep going. Now that you've heard how movement, nutrition, balance, and even breathing all play a role in maintaining strength, let's talk about one more piece that holds everything together. Your mindset. You see, strength isn't just about your muscles. It's about how you see yourself. And I can't tell you how many older adults I've spoken with who quietly start to believe that growing weaker is just something they have to accept. They say things like, well, I'm old now, or that's just how it is after 70. And little by little, that belief starts shaping their actions, or lack of action. But here's the truth. Aging doesn't mean surrendering your independence. It means getting wiser about how to protect it. You might not be able to do everything you used to, and that's okay. But that doesn't mean you can't do something. You don't need to be the strongest in the room. You just need to be strong enough to live the life you want on your own terms. And that starts with how you talk to yourself. Every time you say, I can't, your body listens. But every time you say, I'll try, your body listens to that too. And the difference between giving up and growing stronger? It starts with that simple decision to try. There's a woman in my community. Her name's Darlene. She's 84, lives alone, and tends to a small garden in her backyard. A few years ago, she fell while trimming her rose bushes. Nothing serious, but it shook her. For months afterward, she stayed indoors more, didn't bend down as much, asked the neighbor boy to help her with little tasks she used to do on her own. Then one day she told herself, I don't want to feel afraid of my own yard. So she started moving again, slowly. She used her walker at first, then walking poles. She did little leg lifts holding onto the porch railing. She built herself back up, not to what she was before, but to what she needed to be now. She told me something I'll never forget. She said, I realized my body was waiting on me to believe in it again. And that's exactly it. Your body wants to be strong. It's designed to keep working for you, but it needs your permission to try. It needs your help. And more than anything, it needs your kindness. Because beating yourself up doesn't help. But encouraging yourself like you would a dear friend, that changes everything. And when those days come, and they will, when you feel tired or discouraged or like you've taken 2 steps back, I want you to remember, Strength isn't built in a day. It's built in moments. One stretch at a time, one walk around the block, one healthy meal, one deep breath. Maybe you're watching this and you've already had a few falls. Maybe you've noticed your clothes feel looser around your arms. Maybe you feel slower getting out of bed. That doesn't mean you failed. It just means it's time to shift gears. Time to reawaken that strength that's still living inside you. Because here's the beautiful thing about the human body. It adapts. It changes. It learns. Even now, especially now, you're not too far gone. You're not too old. You're just in a new season, and this season can still be vibrant, strong, and full of life. You just need to choose to show up for it. Let's take a moment and go over a few reminders, not as a list, but as encouragement. Move a little every day. Even if it's just in your living room, even if it's just stretching your arms and legs while watching your favorite show. The point is to keep telling your muscles, I need you. Fuel your body like you're on a mission, because you are. Protein, hydration, a bit of sunlight. They're not luxuries. They're the foundation. Work on your balance, even in small ways. Stand tall, roll your shoulders back. Take those slow, steady steps. Balance isn't just about preventing falls. It's about feeling secure in your own skin. Breathe deeply, rest well, let your body repair, recharge, and rebuild. And above all, believe in your own ability to improve. You're not here by accident. You're watching this because some part of you still wants to grow, to stay strong, to live fully. That's not a small thing. That's a powerful, beautiful thing. So I want to leave you with this. No matter where you are in your journey, it's never too late to take back your strength. Whether you're 70, 80, or beyond, there's still time to feel better in your body. There's still time to walk with confidence, stand without fear, and keep doing the things you love. Your independence matters. Your well-being matters. You matter. And if this video has helped you feel even a little more hopeful, I'd love to hear from you. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Let us know what you're doing to stay strong. You never know who you might inspire just by sharing. If this message spoke to you, please give the video a thumbs up. It helps more people like you find the encouragement they need. And don't forget to subscribe for more videos filled with practical advice, uplifting stories, and ways to live your best life, no matter your age. You've still got so much to give, so much life to live. Let's make every step count. Here's to staying strong, staying independent, and staying proud every single day. Thank you so much for spending your time with us today. If this video gave you something to think about or made you smile, please give it a like, share it with a friend, and don't forget to subscribe for more wisdom every week. We'd love to hear your thoughts. Leave a comment below and join the conversation. Your voice matters. Your story matters. Until next time, stay wise, stay kind, and take care.